I've discovered a way to unlock a new dimensionality of my sense of self. And I would like to share it with you. It's multi-steps. So when you hear the first step, oh yeah, I know this. No, just hang on. This is going to be the kind of thing that you actually want to pause, look at the clock, decide, okay, for the next like 4, 5, 10 minutes, I'm going to practice just this. This is not a scroll and go kind of tip. It's deeper meditation. So you spend a good minute or two, and don't rush through the first step. Really just be present, fully in. The first step is just thinking to yourself, I am. 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 Just thinking in your mind, I am. I am. Step 2, after you've sunk into that and gotten a sense of what that's like when you're inside of your mind, and that's what you're using your mind to do. Get a sense of who you are when you're using your mind for a specific task in a specific way within a certain interpersonal dynamic. Start to develop the awareness of how the experience, the subjectivity of your beingness is different depending on how you're using your mind. This is one of the things that meditation teaches us about ourselves. So in this case, I'm just dropping into only using my mind for the sole purpose of thinking the phrase I am. And anything else that it happens to do, I just redirect it back to, that's not the task at hand right now, just stick to the task at hand. Great. Step 2 is now observe the thought. Observe that you can kind of set I am, like down a conveyor belt of automaticity. It's just like, okay, this operation can just kind of go on its own. And another part of my mind can either drift and think about any one of a million unnecessary things to think about at this moment when you're meant to be on task, you're intending to be on task. Or you can take that secondary energy that starts to free up as automation happens here, and you can use it to bring a sense of observation. So you're not identifying with the I am. You're identifying with, oh, those are thoughts, and I'm the thinker. Okay, now you're doing that for a while. Just be the one observing that the thoughts are just thoughts. Now you're in the observer, or so you think. Because step 3, after you do that for a while, is to say to yourself, okay, now, be the one observing the one thinking the thoughts. Or in other words, be the one observing the one that thinks it's the observer, that is actually still in thinkingness. Now you're in a third layer. The really interesting piece happens when you get into that and you're like, okay, I'm observing that there's like a sense of self that thinks it's the one observing the thoughts, but actually I'm observing that. You can start to think, and what if I'm the one observing that one, observing that one, observing those thoughts? And this is what I mean by a new level or a new dimensionality that opens up within, again, that subjective sense of being what I am.